Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking on Seru himself. So I have done this on like 1 out of 4 and I was successful. Today we are going to skip a rank and we are going to do 3 out of 4 and see what we are capable of doing. So there is a strategy to this guy. It's going to vary based on your class synergy. So if you are a pet trio, you're going to do a whole different thing here than if you are a melee, and etc. We really need to get some Seru Bane stuff. I don't have any of that, so what we're going to be doing today is just busting on one of our guards, Rocks of Smashing, because it does have a unresistible proc. But other than that, we really don't have like a huge amount of stuff we can really hit him with. So we're gonna base everything we've got on our procs themselves. I did just get a prismatic scale of ferocity legendary, so we're gonna bust that on. Again, it's not going to do anything against this guy, but I've wanted to put this thing on for a while. I've been looking for this for forever. Just got to find something that can work. Let's see. So I've got a bunch of crap in these already. Okay, we'll do these. These pants are pretty good. So now I should do more critical damage and crit more. Like I said, it's not going to do anything on this guy because he is immune to it. But that's okay. So hit up Dawnshroud Peaks, and then you'll want to head directly west. And doing so, you'll go into Sanctus Seru. You do need one precursor thing to this. You can either quest for it, or you can buy it for like 2K on the bazaar, or maybe even less now. It is the ARX key, ARX key. And this is going to allow you to portal in to the actual area where Seru is, and help you with that. I did just upgrade my pet's item to the Hammer of Holy Vengeance legendary. This should help me out a little bit with not only the healing, but I am hoping that he can at least proc something on this guy. But again, we'll see. I really need to get some more gear for my Beast Lord pet, but I really only use him for supplemental healing, so it's difficult to want to go pump a lot of money into him right now, but that's okay. So as we go into Seru, or Sanctus Seru, what we're going to do is we're going to head right out into our DZ, and we're going to go kill one of the little guardian things. That way he will only be 3 out of 4 Seru instead of much more difficult. So we're going to leave our pet right now because I don't want to fight everything, and we're going to just feign it off here in a second. But in order to get where you want to go on here, you just go straight out. You'll run past all of these dudes, and there's going to be 4 buildings here that have one of the bosses in each that you need to kill to weaken Seru. So I'm just going to go straight here to the one on the right. And you'll go in, you'll go up the stairs again. You'll come around until you you'll come around until you see, hold on, I got summoned. Give me 1 second. So you'll come around here until you see the opening, and it'll have like a grayed out little template thing on the back. You'll click that, and then you'll just run around here until you see the opening on the right or left, which is going to be right here. Run in past the flooring, or past the table, and then he will be in here. So this is who you're going to want to fight. See if we can't slow him. He cannot be slowed. So let's knock this guy out, and then we'll head up to Seru. So again, you do need to kill one of these. There are 4, so you need to kill one of them to get to like 3 out of 4 Seru. If you kill all 4 of them, he'll be base model Seru, I guess. And then if you don't kill any at all, he'll be, you know, max difficulty Seru. So the max difficulty Seru will have a much higher chance of dropping the better Augs. I think they drop 2 instead of 1. Whereas the base model Seru will have less of a chance to drop the good stuff, and it only drops 1. So it's going to be up to you which one you want to do. Start off, in my opinion, with the easier one and kind of just gauge based off that which one you want to try next. You can do this every 13 hours, so it's not like you can't do it only once a week or something. So if you can't handle if you can handle the 1 out of 4, then come back tomorrow and do the 2 out of 4. But you right click your ARCS key, and it is going to take you to the area that you need to go to next. So once in here, you're going to go directly to your right, and there's a little trick here. Zoom in on your map where you are and just hit height filter, and it'll let you only see the filter that, or the height that you're at. Once you come up here, you're going to go right in here. You're going to come into the middle here, go down, and then we're going to go back over east, down, and then into this door right here. Feign off this stuff. Go through the fake wall right here, and then in here to go to the next little clicky. This is a maze. The maze itself is not difficult with the map, so just go through. You'll go to the very far west over here, go all the way down until you see this little right here. You'll go to the first left, and then you'll just go all the way around again until you get into the room with Seru. Once you go in, you will have a couple of mobs here that you have to tangle with. Not a big deal. These guys aren't that hard. I like to kill a couple of them just so they don't end up wandering into the fight. Seru is no joke. He does a lot of damage. He has an enormous life shield at like 30%. I think it's like 1,000,000 HP or something just crazy that you have to fight through. He spawns in the 3 ads that you don't kill outside, 4 ads or 1 ad or whatever you've got left. If you only killed 1, he'll spawn in 3. If you killed 3, he'll spawn in 1, you know, et cetera, until he gets to the 4. But yeah, he's no joke. He's a very difficult mob. Now I know that it seems like with everybody claiming their sword of truth of whatever, you know, everybody's already tackling this. So you guys may be sitting here just laughing at me, even thinking about doing 3 out of 4 instead of going like, you know, full tilt or whatever. But I don't think I'm ready for 4 out of 4 yet. But we will see. We'll see today. I don't mind pacing myself for this stuff. I got nothing but time, so. The biggest tip that I can give for this guy is that as soon as he pops in his ads, which are going to be at like 80%, 60%, and 50% or something like that, it's extremely important. And I want to emphasize this, extremely important that you cure yourself, because he is going to put a debuff on you that is just absolutely game ending. It's going to drain all of your mana over time. So you'll definitely want to do whatever you can to stop that from happening. Well, I mean, unless you just don't need the heals. I personally need the heals to be able to survive this fight. So if I run out of mana, there's no way I'm going to win. Period. Like, I don't care if it's 1 out of 4 Seru, 4 out of 4 Seru, I'm not going to win. So I have to have mana. I'm going to try to incapacitate this guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to, just to be honest, but go over here. If you are a pet class that's going to be taunting this and tanking this, you can stand behind this the whole time and the DOT will not get on you that sucks your mana out. But unfortunately, I have to tank this guy myself. So, and here's his first little thing. This is not a big deal. but we are going to engage. So we're going to go ahead and use our Bloodlust now. This is going to knock his HP down a bit. That way we can begin whittling our way down until he is at 80% for his ad. Once his ad comes in, you're going to see me completely burn the ad down, only because it's very difficult for me to sustain healing through the ad and Seru beating on me. So I am going to be popping up some disciplines at that point to try to knock that ad down as soon as possible. So typically I try to keep Supernal Elixir on if I'm in a dangerous fight. This one would definitely qualify under that category of dangerous fights. You've got having the Cleric in the mix, there's a couple of things that you can back up on, which is Celestial Regeneration. It's going to give you 1 minute of really awesome regen, which is basically just a heal over time tick, just like my Supernal Elixir. You've got Divine Aura, you've got Ward of Purity, Purify Body, Purify, Radiant Cure, Divine Avatar. I mean, you've got a whole slew of things to assist you with staying alive, but it is important to space those out enough to know that you're going to be able to utilize them throughout the fight and not, you don't want to like blow your load at the very beginning. It wouldn't be very beneficial for you to not have anything to back up on. So far, the pet having that legendary Hammer of Holy Vengeance has absolutely helped. Even on 1 out of 4, whatever it was before I was doing on Seru, I was kind of blasting through my mana. So here's one thing we're going to do as well, just to go ahead and see if we can't regen as much mana as possible. Once he starts bringing in his ads, you'll see that this whole dynamic changes from, hey, this doesn't look that bad, to, oops, all dead. So I could easily Bloodlust this guy down to 80% right now, but I'm trying to save my Bloodlust for the ad that pops in, so I can try to knock that ad down as soon as possible. Not only will the Bloodlust allow me to proc my heal pretty much non-stop, but it will also allow me to do the damage that I need with the healing to be able to survive the additional damage the ad's going to do while he's out. So that's what I'm waiting on right now. We're not going to pop Battle Frenzy yet. We're going to wait for that one, because the one between 60 and 50%, it only gives you 10% between those two ads. So if you're not ready with your cooldowns for the additional ad there, it will give you a little bit of a cushion. All right, so we've got the ad up. We're going to pop our Bloodlust and just go to work on this guy. We'll do Bite of the Asp, Eye Gouge. Let's go ahead and get speed focus right here on this guy so we can do some more damage with our Bloodlust going. So as you can see, they do have quite a bit of HP, but obviously nowhere near what you're looking at with Seru. So you can knock these guys down pretty quick if you've got some form of burn. Keep in mind the damage is going to go through the roof with 2 of them coming in, so just try to maintain some form of sustain that you've got. Keep yourself up. And don't let your HP get too low thinking that you're confident with your heals. They can do like some quad attacks or something crazy. I have been taken from 40% all the way down to nothing very, very quickly. And there's a stun involved with this stuff. Oh shoot, I didn't purify. Okay, so you see how dumb I am? I was just talking about purifying. So see how my mana went from all the way up to now it's at 45% because I wasn't paying attention? This is pretty bad. I'm going to need my mana later on. As you guys just saw, I burned through my mana pretty good whenever they've got the ads in. Oh, so now we're going to be in conservation mode. But that's okay. I think we're still going to be okay as long as I remember to purify immediately next time. I do have 3 separate cures here, which are perfect for the amount of ads that come out. So I'm going to do my best to stay on top of that, and I'll pop out my Ward of Purity as well the next time on the third ad, because I don't think, if I remember correctly, my Radiant Cure cures the thing completely. So we're going to have to supplement that with some additional cure, which the Ward of Purity should do that. If not, I do have my remove Greater Curse up just in case. I think I tried the 2 out of 4 on my Maze Necro Beast Lord. It was pretty easy. You just stand behind a pillar and you you shield your pet, every time you can, and then heal, and the pets do all the work. Again, I don't find that trio to be the most engaging trio as far as fun goes. So I mean, it really wasn't all that super fun. The engagement is. This guy already, this fight has been, you walk away with this sweaty hand on your mouse kind of thing. You've really got to keep on top of your heels and stuff to be able to, walk away from this one. Which I like. I think that the challenge is definitely something that I enjoy on this. Also, your Ward of Purity will last 5 minutes. So don't be afraid to put this down at like 60%. By the time you get done with the Ward of Purity, he should already be into his second ad at 50%. So you're going to be sitting pretty on it, taking out some additional, either, the disease or the curse that's going to drain your mana. Shoot. He's definitely putting in some work. Oh, look at that. Oh. See what I mean? How he can just slay with the damage there. Alright, so we're going to go back into Eye Gouge, Bite of the Asp. Once this guy hits 59, I'm going to have to immediately switch, Purify, and pop into Burn mode on his. There's the other guy. We'll Purify, and let's go into Burn mode here. We'll go ahead and do Bestial Fury. Let's see if we can't get this guy knocked down. Got 11 seconds left on my Bloodlust. This guy's at 50% right now. This is actually looking really good. Almost down on the first Bloodlust. Not bad at all. So let's just go ahead and get our Supernal Elixir up and maintain getting this guy down as fast as possible. Still got Bestial Fury going, so we're doing a little extra damage. Got an AA off that, so that's good. If things get super funky, we can pop like Voidance or Whirlwind. I would probably do Voidance, to be honest, because Whirlwind's not going to do anything. I can't hit him. I don't have the weapons for it. So as you guys can see, I'm down to 39% mana. I'm doing okay as far as trying to conserve mana at this point, but I've really got to keep an eye on that as well, because if I don't, I'm going to run out of mana whenever he puts in his HP buff thing that gives him like a million HP shield. But at 50%, he'll pop in his other ad, and I'm going to burn that ad down with Bloodlust and Battle Frenzy. Oops, I'm over here talking about the die. And we'll go ahead and use that moment to put in some extra damage to Seru as well as soon as I finish off the third ad. That should be in about 4%. And this is the reason we pop the horse, guys. Not because I want to look cool on a horse. It's because it gives you the regeneration while standing. So it just lets me try to build back more mana whenever that curse hit. We wouldn't be even talking about heals at this point or mana if I hadn't been absolutely stupid and not paying attention and let that curse stay on me until 45%. But I, do as I say, not as I do, I guess, I was sitting here talking about it and then completely forgot myself, like a clown. So we're almost there, where he should pop an additional third ad, or it could be at 40%. It could be every 20%. I thought I read it was at 50, so we'll see for sure. We'll pop out the ward, just in case. It is. Okay. So a Radiant Cure, Bloodlust, Battle Frenzy. Let's get this guy knocked down. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and see if we can't remove Greater Curse on myself, because I don't... Yep, there we go. We got it down. Now we'll finish off the rest of Battle Frenzy and Bloodlust. Should be sitting pretty on this guy, coming in around 20%, and he is. Dang, he went farther than I thought. Okay, so yeah, he's down. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Let's try to incapacitate if we can. I don't think we're going to be able to. No, I don't think so. Oop. Man, this guy hits so hard and so fast. I can't really trust my mend, guys, or I would be using it. I've had it to where, like, I'm at 50% thinking, oh, I'm just going to mend, and it's like, you worsened your wounds, and I was like, I don't even understand. But I don't think I leveled it all the way up, to be honest with you. It's probably my fault. So we are at 18% mana. That is what we are looking at right now. So let's go ahead and pop another Supernal. Bloodlust. Bloodlust is a great time to try to regain some mana back, but when it's gone, I'm going to go ahead and hit Divine Avatar this time, because that's going to increase my proc rate, and I'm going to use this as additional time to gain mana while it's going, because this is going to be for a full minute. Actually, I think it may be more than a minute. Okay, 2 minutes, I apologize. That you're going to have additional proc rate, which is going to be huge for our heal, for sustaining our HP. This is going to give me 2 minutes to regain the mana I need to try to finish out this fight, because I know it looks like we're getting close. We are absolutely not. At 30%, like I said, he takes like 1,000,000 damage shield on, which gets pretty dicey if you're not ready. Oh my god. See what I mean? Like, it's just blast your HP down if you're not ready for it. Never let your guard down on this guy, ever. Don't ever think, man, I can take a drink of soda, or I can change that YouTube video, or whatever it may be, because he's always got something. So here is the Shield of Truth, permanent. It's not permanent, it goes away, but it's like 1,000,000 HP. Like, we will be sitting here for a while hitting this guy until we work our way through that shield. When I first fought this guy the other day, I was like blasting my guild chats, saying like, what did I do wrong? Am I, not prepared for this? Do I have to like have another special item? Or because I was like, dude, this guy's HP is not going down, and I'm waylaying him. I went through like 2 bloodlusts and everything else, and I could not get any damage done on this guy, and I was just thinking that I did something completely wrong. So like I said, I was hitting up the guild. I was doing everything I could to try to figure out like what was going on, and then they finally let me know, like, nope, you're doing everything fine. He just has a enormous damage, block. So just keep that in mind. If you do get this guy to 30%, you're in the right direction. But the damage you've dealt up until right about now is probably the same amount of damage you've got to do to get him out of that 30% range. The only difference is there's no ads, so it's much easier to get through it. If you see me doing this Bite of Aspen Eye Gouge, the Bite of Aspen is just like a little weak DOT, but the Eye Gouge is great for it reduces his attack. And I feel like I can tell whenever I do it. I could absolutely just be, placebo affecting, that I'm just like, man, I can tell this is doing good just because I'm hoping that it is. But it really does feel like it works. Oh gosh, he stunned me as he's beating me to death. So we may end up... Oh my god, come on. Oh my god, come on. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this guy's definitely got some more butt pucker moments than the 1 out of 4 does, for sure. We're going to pop our Celestial Regen. And the next time I get Bloodlust up, which will be in 40 seconds, we're going to go back to Battle Frenzy in 100 hands. And we are going to try to just get this guy beat down. In fact, let's go ahead and pop Protective. Give us a little bit of buffer here until we can get Bloodlust and Battle Frenzy back. Let's get back on this. Bloodlust 1 second. So we'll hit 100 hands first. Bloodlust, Battle Frenzy. And then after we're done with that, hopefully he'll be out of his little cushy zone here. And we can start doing some damage and watching this dude's life whittle away. So, yeah, as you can see, he went from 29 to 31%. He's like literally slowly regenerating, which absolutely sucks to see. But and even with 100 hands and Battle Frenzy, and okay, here we go. He's going down now. So, golly, this guy is crazy. Let's pop Spirit Frenzy. Get our stuff back on. Got 15 seconds on Bloodlust. Boom, Bloodlust is up. Let's get it going. I try not to cast during Bloodlust because you only get a certain amount of time with it, and I don't want to take up any of that time casting. So I always try to get a regen going right before I do Bloodlust to make sure that once I hit Bloodlust, the regen will go through it. This time I was a couple seconds off. But it's always important to try to get that regen going before you pop Bloodlust so you don't miss any of the actual DPS window. So we still have Voidance and Whirlwind we can use. Well, one of the two, they're both on the same cooldown. So we've still got some cushion here if we just absolutely have to use them. We're going to be a horse right now that has a dog on the back of it. Let's get Bloodlust back here in 1 second. Before we do that, let's get our regen going. Bloodlust. Down to 12% mana because I didn't purify. So the importance of purification or some kind of curse cure is imperative on this guy, or you will run out of mana. If you don't need mana, if you're like a weird class that can do this with no mana at all, I don't know of any. Myself, I'm sure that you guys do. Then I guess you'd be okay. But I absolutely require the mana to heal. So you've got to really watch out for that. This dude's at 6%. What sucks is you're not going to see any additional finishing blows or anything because I can't hit him melee-wise. I don't have the Bane weapons. But let's just keep going here. We've got 2 seconds on Bloodlust, and that should finish him off. %. Quit teasing me, go down. There we go. And he is done. So we have just finished beating Seru 3 out of 4 on a Cleric Monk Beast. So very fun fight. Love this fight, actually. I know a lot of people don't like the fight because it does take so long. I absolutely love it. The challenge of it is amazing. I love being on like the edge of your seat the whole time, hoping that you win. So we've got Hasten, Fragment of Truth, and we've got a Ice, Fragment of Truth. Neither one of these I want at all. That's okay. So we just do this on a daily basis, and we hope to get the ones. The one I really want is the one with the Bane damage on it. Once I get that, I feel like this fight's going to go much, much better. I got my guy up to 184 heroic strength, and on regular mobs, I power through the damage. Like, absolutely just slay well, wow. I was over here talking all good, and then my guy gets stunned in a circle. But I do tremendous amounts of damage. Wow, dude, how long is that stun? So I'm hoping that if I can get that going down, I will be able to just rock that guy, which is what I'm really hoping for. But at the end of the day, it's all about kind of RNG on getting that piece I need. So let's go ahead and get these guys down. See, the damage is huge. Like, this is by far going to outdamage my procs. So being able to have that Bane damage, it's like I could afford to go buy one. They're like 50K or something. I'm just not going to do it. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just get it myself. And it's fun to fight this guy anyways. I know that people are going to argue with me or whatever else is, but dude, if you buy everything, it's not difficult to get money on this server at all, especially if you've got a character that can go like farm Umbral Plains or charge for power leveling for people that, you know, have like that work-life balance that they're trying to, you know, accomplish. They're like a doctor or something, and they don't have time to just go grind AAs. They go FK or whatever, and you can make money off that. But you'll run out of things to do if you just pay for everything off the bazaar, or at least I will. So I like kind of getting my own stuff, and it is kind of fun to know that, hey, I just beat Seru and I got this myself. Like, I feel really cool that I got that ferocity AUG today whenever I was grinding out the sleeper. So, but again, that's me. I mean, to each his own. Everybody's got a different way to play. But just make sure that you try to limit yourself a little bit. That way the server has like the ultimate longevity. Because I've never played a server on EverQuest that is this fun. I definitely don't want to run out of things to do. What a good time to end the video. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and let me know what other stuff you guys want me to do. I was thinking about doing a whole series about doing every single epic quest and having it time-stamped, you know, versus each step, and showing a step-by-step guide to getting every one of the epics for people that don't want to sit here and just read through a guide. They can just have it playing in the background or whatever it may be, or skip directly to whatever step it may be and kind of get some help there. So if that's something that you think would interest you, please let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe. And you guys have a fantastic day.